What's up everyone, WizardKen here with another Xbox 360 World of Tanks video. Today we're going to be doing another first impression, and the tank we're going to be looking at is the Chinese Tier 8 Heavy, the 112. Now I've been excited and been waiting to take this tank out. It looks like a badass tank, and to be honest with you, I know we haven't done a review yet on the Type 64 or the T-34-3, but so far these, three premium tanks, at least the last two, have been pretty badass in their own ways. I have had no complaints so far about them. I mean, there are some things I don't like about them. As we talked about in the T-34-3, the reload time is tremendously crappy, and the aiming speed sucks. But other than that, all in all, the tank is not very bad at all. But anyways, getting on to the 112. So I don't have a lot of information historically about this tank, but what I do know is that during a certain time frame, which I don't know about, China and Russia's their agreements with each other and stuff like that started to dwindle, and so the Chinese wanted to make a tank that could handle the IS-3. Hence, as you can see, it kind of looks like anywhere between an ST-1, the Tier 9 ST-1, and almost like an IS-4, if you want to, if it's my opinion anyways. I really do think it looks kind of like, more like the IS-4 than the ST-1, but it looks pretty badass. Anyways, getting back to the story. So the Chinese wanted to have something that could take on the IS-3, and so the 112 was developed. But unfortunately, not too many of these were made, because during that time frame that we do not know about, the Chinese industrial infrastructure, which just was not the greatest. They just couldn't mass produce tons of things, so only a limited number of the 112s were actually made. Now, also there's been talk, when I've looked this up, that this was supposed to have a 152 on it instead of the 122 millimeter that it has on the gun. But a lot of people were like, no, the industrial parts of China just weren't able to do it, maybe technology wise. Well, I wouldn't say technology wise, but just probably didn't have the means an opportunity to be able to develop a 152 for this tank. But all in all, I think it looks like a badass. So anyways, guys, so let's jump straight into the stats, and then we'll talk about the armor a little bit, and we'll take this thing out for its first test drive, because I'm super excited to take this thing out. I hope it performs just as good as the other tanks. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the stats of the 112. Now the hit points on this thing is 1,500, so you should be able to handle a couple of hits before you get destroyed. Now, if there's a derp gun out there, because there are some derp guns in Tier 9, like the Tier 9 Waffle, that thing actually can get the 15 centimeter that is on the E100. You can also get on the Waffle E100 and stuff like that. But anyways, you can get derped by that thing for 750 hit points, so it can do some damage to you. That's if it penetrates though. So, but majority of the time, you're only facing Tier 8s and Tier 9s, and you should be okay with this tank. Now, the speed on this thing is 45 kilometers per hour, and the traverse speed is 26. Now, somebody asked me in the comments to add that, to start adding that, and I'll try to remember to do that. So, 45 kilometers per hour is not bad. It's a pretty decent speed for a heavy, and 26 in the traverse, not bad. We're not going to be like super fast like the Type 64, but we're going to be decently on that thing. Now, the whole armor on the front of this thing is 120 on the front, 80 on the sides, and 60 on the rear. So, not the greatest stats you want to hear. 120 in the front. I wish there was a little bit more, because, like I said, this does kind of look like the IS-4, but it's not the IS-4. But 120 armor in the front. Now, this thing is slanted pretty well. I don't know the degrees or the angle percentage in that sense, but I would say 15 to 20% angled, something like that, I would say. And that's what I'm going to be hoping for, that would be able to help us bounce. We'll test that out once we get out there. So the turret armor on the front though is 240 in the front, 130 on the side, and 60 on the rear. Now that sounds amazing, and because I'm seeing great numbers on the turret, or high numbers on the turret, I'm thinking hold down position, getting behind a rock, just letting my turret show over, and being able to blow people away that way, because 240 is a nice number to have for turret armor. There's not going to be a lot of guys that are going to be able to penetrate you in the front like that. Now, there are a couple of weak spots I'm concerned about on the turret, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Now, the traverse speed is also 26 degrees a second, so not terrible, not amazing. We are dealing with a heavy here, so it's not going to be super ass quick. Now, the gun on this thing is a 122. Like I said, they were talks about a 152 being put on here, but you know, Wargaming kept with the original design, the 122 on here. Now, this is pretty much the same 122 that you got on the T-34-3. The only difference is the rate of fire. This thing can shoot 4.55 rounds a minute. So you could almost, with a good crew, probably get it up to 5 rounds a minute. So we're going to have to, hopefully this won't hinder us. I do not like being only allowed to shoot 4 rounds a minute because we don't have a good crew in there. So we are going to be only shooting 4 rounds pretty much. Now the penetration on that thing is the same, 175, and the damage is 390. So we're working with the same gun pretty much. And the aim time, 3.40 and 0.46, which I believe is the same thing as the T-34-3, which I'm going to look at right now. Yes, it is the same. So we're dealing with the same gun over again. But maybe this might be a little bit more tolerable because we do have better armor than we have with the T-34-3. So, anyways, let's move on to talking about the armor, and then we'll take this thing out. Alrighty, guys, so let's look at the armor. Now, I'm not going to have any pictures up, just like I haven't had on any of these videos. This is just our impressions. I haven't looked up really where all the weak spots are. And this is just a good habit to get into if you guys don't have the chance to look up your new tank and all its weak spots. This is a good way for you to kind of think about where weak spots might be on your tank, because when you're out there in the battlefield, someone's not holding up a picture of the enemy tank saying, here, hit here and here and here. So this is a good way for you guys to learn, you know, just observing a tank and trying to figure out what would be considered a weak spot, especially when we get new Chinese tanks and stuff like that out here, or new tanks in general. You know, you really need to make sure that you pay attention to where you're shooting at, where it's hitting, and then try different spots and stuff like that. Anyways, the lower glaze is pretty angled. You might be able to bounce there, but I'm going to say we're going to get penetrated. Now, as you can see, there is this bar that goes across. Now, that's supposed to help with bouncing rounds. Now, I don't know if that's just a visual or not, but hopefully that might actually help us a little bit. Now, it's not very thick at all. From my understanding, it's just supposed to help direct it away from like the viewports and everything. Help just make sure the round doesn't end up where it's supposed to be and stuff like that. So that's just my understanding from what I've been told and stuff like that. But I think it might just be a visual. As we can see, right underneath the actual gun itself, we can see the viewports there. Very hard spot, looks like, to hit. Looks like if they do shoot there, it might bounce up underneath the gun mantle. It might. I don't know. I'm not sure. We have to see how that works. How often we get shot out our driver and stuff like that. There are 2 viewports there, so I'm guessing the gunner might be through there too. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Anyways, but pretty much it looks solid between the connection of the hull and the turret. There's no gappage there. You're not going to probably get your turret ring knocked out very easily on this thing, so it doesn't look bad at all. Looking to the sides, as we can see, it's kind of like I said, like an IS-4, IS-7, whatever you want to call it. It's got angled sides on the hull a little bit. Hopefully that'll help us bounce some things. The tracks are very well protected compared to the T-34, which we're going to switch to right now, just so we can see the sides. See how big that gap is there? This is what I like on a tank, is having limited visual of the hull. I mean, I like having tracks and then you know, some kind of side armor, not a empty hull that they can just shoot through. But anyways, as you can see on the side too, the commander's hatch right there it sticks up a little bit. If you look at it, probably tank level like this. Yeah, somewhere around there. And it's gonna be a spot to hit. I don't know if it's gonna be easy or not. We'll see how it goes out there. But that gunner port on the other side right there, that actually might be a nasty spot to hit, but I'm not sure what the armor rating is on those. It might not be an easy spot to hurt. Anyways, moving to the rear, as we know, yeah, it's going to be shit. But look at the back of the turret. Pretty rounded. I would think we might be able to bounce some things. I mean, it's a pretty nice rounded turret. Pretty nice. Like I said, it's kind of shaped like the IS-4's turret. And once again, this side, same thing as the other side. You can see a little bit better. There is a little bit of a gap between the tracks and the hull, but it's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. I don't mind that. And like I said, the turret might give us a problem, but with the commander's hatch and the gunner port right there, but not bad. There we go. I don't think it's bad. Anyways, enough about this. Let's take this thing out. Alrighty, guys, we're on Morovenka and Encounter. We're going to be doing, let's see, Tier 8. Yeah, we're going to be going against Tier 8s, Tier 7s, and Tier 6s. Now, I did battle once before this. You guys won't see the battle because, unfortunately, my team was just terrible. I got killed within the first 5 minutes of the battle. It was just terrible. I couldn't get into a good position because I was getting knocked around. I actually had a T-29 ram me out of a hold down position on my team and put me in the open. I got shot up and it was just terrible. But I did learn a couple things that we're going to talk about real quick while we're getting into our spot. Is, as I said, the commander's hatch and the gunner hatch right there is going to actually be a problem. Even though we have good armor on the front, if they do have the accuracy to hit us there, we could get our asses handed to us. So, hopefully we can do a little bit better on this game, and I have a better team. Now, what are these heavies doing? Going out in the middle like that? Not really suggested, but okay. Could work. Could work. Alrighty. So, we're going to try to get up here, and I don't know. I don't want to really peekaboo it at all. I just want to get some good open shots on people, but might not happen. I did bounce a couple times with the upper glacis. It did bounce a couple times, but then there were some tanks like the T-28 and stuff like that that just penned me right off the bat. So, wasn't the greatest thing in the world at all. Alright, let's see. This guy kind of went out there, and he is getting shot from the side. We might be able to pull out here and help him a little bit. KV-4. Have to be careful on this one. We're going to shoot at the gunner ports. And we missed. Not the greatest spot to be shooting at. But I know with this gun, I'm probably going to bounce the lower plate too. I've had that happen a lot. Alright, this might give me his side. There we go. There we go. And I bounced off. Damn. Damn it. Now we have to worry about these guys coming around the corner. Alright, let's see. There's a good bounce. We're in a decent position. I feel anyways. There's a Panzer making his way downtown. And he just got knocked by me. That's right. We're going to wait to peekaboo out there until we get reloaded. And, of course, he's got the ability to knock us up there. AMX, man, it's kind of nasty aim on it. It really does. Shit. Not a tank we want to see. That's a nice premium tank. T-34 is nasty. The aim time on this thing is killing us a little bit. Cannot see the Tiger enough to do anything. We could shoot at the T-2064, but I'm worried about the rounds just going all over the place. And there is the... Ooh, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's get out of here for a few seconds. Get ourselves reloaded, and then pop back out there. See what we can do. Alright, we're there. Pop back out. There we go. AMX didn't have enough time to be able to aim in on us, so we did get to hurt him there. A lot of this is going to be making sure the other team doesn't get enough time to shoot at us in a vulnerable spot. And no, not gonna get it. I knew the round was gonna go all over the place. And there's that T-34. And he is definitely doing like a hold down position. But he is almost dead, so might be nice if he comes out a little bit more for us to be able to do something to him. All these guys are just like holding off from me. Oh god. Ow, the T-34 got his chance in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Zoom in. Right there. There we go. We're going to finish him off. I did not want to shoot too soon. Sometimes I do that with... Actually, I do that a lot with my tanks. But that's usually because I have a good crew in there. Usually the rounds don't roll off too badly. But, AMX, come on. Come out here. Say hi to me. Don't be a prick. Come on. Our team, I don't know what our team is doing. They're just like, let's just have a Civil War battle where, you know, back in like the Civil War where they'd all line up and they just all go against each other. You know, all in the line, and just whoever reloaded quicker and shot the better and stuff like that. Got the, you know, usually got the hit in there and stuff. Yeah, you bounced it. Thank God. Alright, let's push a little bit this way. We might be able to do something to him. He's got a decent reload to him. So I am kind of worried about that. Get that. Oh, and he missed. He took too long. He wanted to shoot somewhere else, and then he readjusted to shoot me near the front, and it didn't work out for him. Tiger 2. Alright. We're going to use this guy as our little bit of a shield. Yeah, Tiger, I'm not going to let you have free range of me in that sense. How'd that work out for you? Not the greatest. Now we got to back up. Turn it, turn it. Ah, damn it. I was trying to angle it. Didn't get the angle in there good enough. Come on. Bring it. Bring it. You son of a bitches. You know what? We could kind of side scrape this and hope for the best. Oh, he bounced there. We're gonna have to back up, shoot, and then pull forwards. This isn't the greatest side scraping either. He's gonna wait to reload. Ah, I missed it! Ah, he missed it too. Damn it. This might hurt. Oh, he missed! I'm so lucky this game. His buddies are going to come up behind me. His buddies are going to come up behind me and do something to me. Damn it. Alright, Trax took it. Time to watch out what we're doing. Ah, we're going to bounce. I knew it. Oh, well. Fuck. I don't know why my whole team wanted to do like a Civil War thing. Like I said, just line up in a row, attack the enemy straight on like that. That's dumb. Because one, they could reload quicker than you, depending on what their tanks were. I mean, they could have had better hitting guys here. My guys could have had less health than them. There's so many different things that could have went wrong with that, and apparently it did, because majority of them died doing that. Alrighty guys, let's see what we got. Fire for effect, cause more damage to enemy vehicles. Damage enemy vehicles, modules, or injure crewmen. Okay, cool. And a whole bunch of this. 78,000 in silver, 1,349 in experience points. We did 304 in assisting, 2,488 in damage. So not bad. 13 shots fired, 8 actually penetrated, 11 direct hits. Enemies damaged, 5. Enemies destroyed, 2. Those 2 lucky ones we hit. But hey, you know what? They got rid of them. They got rid of them. So I don't mind that. Yeah. Not terrible game. Could have done a little better, but you know, you can only do but so much with your team. Alrighty guys, so that's the first impression look of the Tier 8 Chinese heavy tank, the 112. Now, you guys could buy all of these for premium tanks right now. They are in the store. It'll cost you a pretty penny to be able to get the T-34 3 and the 112. I believe they're $50 each or something like that. Or at least you gotta buy like the $50 package of gold, whatever. Anyways, these are pretty neat tanks. With time, I could actually do a lot better. The 112 is actually a decent tank, as you guys saw there. I bounced a good amount. The turret did really, really well. It's just those weak spots on the top. The commander's hatch and the that little gunner port up there that just was terrible. Terrible in the sense of getting shot at. Now, the Tiger did miss because his accuracy isn't the most amazing. His shots are going to probably go all over the place. There is that little dip on the top of the turret that is pretty nice. That probably helped a little bit. But I was just going to say he probably just didn't have the accuracy to really pull it off every single time. And the AMX, the heavy there that we were going against, he had the accuracy. It's just I wasn't trying, I wasn't going to give him every opportunity to be able to hit me. Being able to go out there, shoot quick, and then pull back, especially at that close range, I knew my 122 was going to hit somewhere. And majority of the time it did, as you guys saw. So I knocked them both down pretty nicely. It's just my team eventually failed on me on that. So anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the like button. I appreciate it a lot. I'm going to continue doing this series once we get some new tanks and stuff like that. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking me, how is the German tanks going? Well, not bad at all. I'm on the VK4502. I've been on there for a little bit now. I just bought the new upgrade for it. The second package right there. I do have the 10.5 centimeter on this tank, so I still have one more to go. I need 83,000 to unlock it, and then we'll be able to do a review on this tank. I'll probably do a video tomorrow, just showcasing this tank and how I've been enjoying it. I have to say, I am enjoying this tank on certain maps. Not that it's a bad tank, it's just on those maps that I can side scrape on. Holy crap, do I piss off the enemy team. If you can side scrape this tank, you are just a beast and a half, because I can do so much damage to people before they can come around and kill me. And if I have a decent team that can protect me from people coming up behind me or getting around me, because this is a clunker tank, you are definitely going slow in this tank. You could kick some ass with this tank. So, but anyways, guys, I'm WizardKen. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, see ya.